A French boat carrying 8 people as part of the Freedom Flotilla to the Gaza Strip has left Greek waters, defying a ban imposed by Greece under heavy pressure from Israel and the United States. The small boat's the first to elude Greek authorities after 2 ships were stopped since Friday. The ships are trying to reach Gaza just over a year after Israeli forces killed 9 people aboard the first Freedom Flotilla. Well, Democracy Now! Has been covering the mission of the U.S. flagged ship and the new flotilla, dubbed the Audicity of Hope, after President Obama's best-selling book. Democracy Now!'s Maté was on board when the anchor was raised and the ship tried to make a run for Gaza, but Greek authorities caught them just as they headed out to sea. He files this report.
Ready to start pulling up the anchor? Let go of this line.
So I have an announcement that the Audacity of Hope has set sail for Gaza!
As you can see behind me, passengers are waving goodbye. The Audacity of Hope is setting sail. Passengers are singing, they're waving. And the boat is moving out of port. Surrounded by American flags and signs that say, we will not be silent, and boats to Gaza. The Audacity of Hope, after being moored here for over a week. After a campaign backed by the U.S., led by Israel, to delay this ship, to stop these ships. The Audacity of Hope is defiantly setting out to sea. I'm here with Alice Walker. Alice, tell me how you feel.
I feel ecstatic. This is wonderful. I'm so happy.
Tell me how you're feeling.
I feel overwhelmed. I'm crying. I've been working for a year to this moment to sail to Gaza. We're in the ocean. I feel the wind. I'm with wonderful people.
Hey, Hedy, tell me how you're feeling.
Great. I'm going to make it.
You're going to make it?
Yes.
You're going to make it to Gaza?
We're all going to make it.
Ken, tell me how you're feeling.
Fantastic. And seeing Alice here and singing that song, I mean, I'm choked up. It's just a great moment. We'll see how far we get, but I think we've shown that it's going to take a hell of a lot to stop us.
We're seeing 2 ships approach us. One of them is definitely a Coast Guard ship. Now the Coast Guard is flagging us down. They've pulled in front of us. We're seeing now a second Coast Guard boat approaching. It's carrying armed commandos.
We are unarmed civilians. No need for weapons. This is a U.S. flagged ship. You cannot come on board this ship. Put those weapons down. Put those weapons down. Put those weapons down. These fellows are not about to let us go any further.
So for now, we return to land. The fate of the Audacity of Hope and its journey to Gaza, unclear. Alice Walker, we're close to docking. Can you share with us your thoughts?
Well, I feel very happy. I feel that we actually moved closer to Gaza. We didn't get to Gaza, of course, but the people will know that we made every effort to get there. And so I feel that we succeeded. I feel that we have won. Whatever victory there was, it was in our doing this together peacefully and more or less happily. And now we're going back to port.
Now that the Audacity of Hope has been tied up, it's moored now in this Greek military compound indefinitely. Passengers have been told they're allowed to leave, but the captain and his crew are being forced to remain on board. And so in solidarity with them, the passengers are going to stay on the boat. And so as night falls, they're discussing their next move.
I certainly think